Charles Leclerc's 2023 Formula One season was a roller coaster, defined by a small Ferrari upgrade that changed everything. This season was quite literally a tale of two halves for the Monegasque, with an unexpected twist in the narrative that flipped his fortunes upside down. In the beginning, Charles Leclerc found himself wrestling with the SF-23's snappiness. The Ferrari beast was proving to be a tough chariot to tame, and Leclerc's preferred setup was not syncing with the car's temperament. Despite his best efforts to adjust his driving style to match that of his Maranello teammate, Carlos Sainz, the results were not forthcoming. It was like trying to force a square peg into a round hole. Something just wasn't clicking. But it wasn't all gloom and doom. There were moments of brilliance that reminded everyone of Leclerc's undeniable talent. Who could forget the entire Azerbaijan weekend, or when he finished second in Austria, proving himself to be the best of the rest in Belgium? These were the peaks that stood out in a volatile campaign, the silver linings amidst the storm clouds. However, the season resumed after the summer break in a disappointing fashion. Ferrari attempted to address the SF-23's worst trait by dialing in understeer to tame the rear, a move that suited Sainz more than Leclerc. Suddenly, Sainz was in the limelight, enjoying a burst of great form, including a win in Singapore, while Leclerc was left grappling with a car that didn't quite fit his natural style. But such is the unpredictability of the sport, and the resilience of a driver like Charles Leclerc, that fortunes can change in the blink of an eye. And change they did, with the arrival of a small Ferrari upgrade at the Japanese Grand Prix. Little did anyone know at the time, this upgrade would turn out to be a game changer. Despite his best efforts, Charles Leclerc was struggling to make the most of the SF-23's potential, until a game-changing upgrade arrived. The Japanese Grand Prix marked a turning point in Leclerc's season, with the introduction of an upgraded Ferrari SF-23 floor, transforming his form and fortune. This wasn't just any upgrade, it was a thorough rework that included revised front floor fences, floor, mid-floor, and diffuser sidewall, along with a redesigned sidepod undercut to suit. The aim was not to increase outright load, but to improve aerodynamic efficiency through better loss management and load distribution. Now, you may think this sounds like a major overhaul, but Ferrari team boss Fred Vasseur actually described it as a small upgrade. Indeed, in terms of pure performance, it wasn't something mega, yet its impact was anything but small. This minor tweak was the result of a season-long effort to make the SF-23 a more predictable and usable SF-23 car, a challenge that had particularly plagued Charles Leclerc. With this upgrade, Charles Leclerc immediately put an end to a run of consecutive qualifying and race defeats to his teammate Carlos Sainz. Now, one race is hardly enough to draw a firm conclusion, but the races that followed painted a clear picture. Leclerc was back, and he was back with a bang. The season of Charles Leclerc can be neatly divided into pre- and post-Japan segments. While the first two-thirds of the season had its highs, the entire Azerbaijan weekend, finishing second in Austria, being the best of the rest in Belgium, it was a volatile campaign. Leclerc was trying to persevere with a car setup he liked, but that the SF-23's snappiness wasn't compatible with. But after the Japanese Grand Prix, everything changed. With a more stable platform, Charles Leclerc could return to his natural driving style. The result? A thrilling end to the season that saw Leclerc's 7-event run from Japan onwards almost match his entire points tally for the 15 race weekends that preceded it. Charles Leclerc's 2023 Formula One season was clearly divided into pre- and post-Japan segments. This upgrade allowed Leclerc to return to his natural driving style, unleashing his full potential and leading to a thrilling end of the season.